Are there any other announcements? Hearing none and seeing none, we'll move to the second privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject. A member of the legislature may speak on any subject. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Email comments will be read by the clerk. Is there anyone in the chambers wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Sir. Please state your name and your address.
My name is
there for you.
Thank you. My name is Mark Twitchell from Fredonia. Mr. Chairman and legislators, I would like to express my concern about the placement of large battery electric storage systems in the towns in our county. The proposed South Ripley solar project will contain a 20 megawatt battery. These batteries have a history of fires and fires with injury to first responders. There is only one other storage battery of this size in New York State, and it's only been in service for a year. That's in the Capital District. I believe that the granting of a pilot for the South Ripley solar project is premature because the company has not yet filed an application with the Article 10 process. There is time for consideration. Although the company has filed a scoping statement under Article 10, they have not stated or disclosed the location of this 20 megawatt storage battery. And most importantly, the Town of Ripley has adopted a moratorium on battery placement while drafting a local law to regulate. The pilot at this time will interfere with the town's due process in drafting a law. Members of the legislature, please consider a resolution adopting an immediate moratorium on the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency's granting of pilot agreements for solar and battery projects in towns with incomplete or deliberative battery electric storage system regulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
Good evening. County Executive Wendell, Mr. Chairman, legislators. My name is Robert Galbraith. I am a first responder with the Ripley Fire Department. I'm also a concerned citizen here to talk to you about our concerns and my colleagues here about the South Ripley solar project. A little bit about the project. I'll give you a very brief overview. It is 270 megawatts. It's going to encompass the facility size of this is 4,500 acres. Of that 4,500 acres, 2,000 of those acres is wooded. The rest is agricultural and wetlands. So that gives you some perspective on how the magnitude of this project. It's extremely big. Of that 4,500 acres, ConnectGen LLC from Texas has proposed that at least 2,000 of those acres will be developed through excavation, blasting, and a number of different things to prepare South Ripley, beautiful pastoral South Ripley, for 2,000 acres of solar panels. Again, the design size of this is 270 megawatts. Along with that is a 20 megawatt battery energy storage system, 20 megawatts. It's one of the largest in the country. These are lithium-ion batteries. It is my thought that the battery energy storage systems and using lithium-ion batteries, I'm afraid that the politics has gotten ahead of the science. Right now, New York State does not have promulgated guidance or policy or training for first responders on how to fight a fire in a battery energy storage system fire. These are extremely volatile systems, and the magnitude of these, given its 20 megawatts of batteries, each one of these batteries it's a 600 volt system, it's substantial. So that gives you a little bit of an overview. You should have a point paper that was provided to you earlier today, and if you haven't read it, please, I would like to encourage you to read it. This is a very, very serious issue for South Ripley. The citizens of South Ripley and Ripley are here to speak to you and first responders about their concerns. I am urging you, the legislature, to adopt a no pilot resolution to send to the IDA in response to the proposed Connect Gen pilot agreement. And I urge you to pass this resolution as soon as you can. My biggest concern with this, in addition to what I've just spoken to, is that Chautauqua County and our neighboring counties are could become a green energy wasteland. These places can proliferate, whether it's wind and solar, and we seem to be the proving ground out here. So I urge you to please think through this. Educate yourself, be informed, and make an informed decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here representing the fire district, Ripley's Fire District. I'm on the Board of Commissioners. 4 of the 5 commissioners are present here, and I'm speaking for them. First of all, I have to tell you that every member of the fire department thoroughly enjoys clean air and clean water. You come out of a fire, when you're wet, you're soaked, you're smelling of smoke, you like to breathe clean air, you love the clean water, getting a shower. Every member of our department thoroughly enjoys clean air, clean water. Secondly, we have no safety protocols in place, agreed to protocols in place for fighting fires in these solar panels fields. We have no access to get in between the panels. We are told that if we shut the panels off at one end, that we should be able to go through and fight the fire. Now, I'm not an electrician, but I do know one thing for a fact. As long as the sun is out, these panels are producing electricity, putting my fellow firefighters in danger of electric shock with the water going into this place. Mr. Galbraith spoke about the batteries, another gentleman spoke about the batteries. If these things explode and we have a catastrophic event in the place they want to put these things, you can count on a 7 to 10 mile cloud of chemical and cancer-causing dust to cover that entire area. And another thing that goes along with this, again, I can't stress enough, public speaking is not my forte, and I appreciate your patience in this. The safety of my fellow people, the guys that I work with, the people that I fight fires with, the guys that have my back, all these people are important to me, and I don't want to see them get hurt. And this has the potential to really hurt the people that I love and work with. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Terry Henry, 4865 Miller Road, Ripley, New York. And I'm also in opposition to this solar panel for other reasons than what they've already brought forward. This is also going to impede bad chemical and bacteria in the ground, because your solar panels are going to be pushing the sunlight back away from the ground. The ground needs to absorb that sunlight, and you get 2,400 acres of solar panels. It's going to put a lot of anaerobic bacteria growing in the ground. It's going to kill our livestock and our animals that are in the wild. There's not going to be room for the animals to come in, and we have a big hunting area out there. It's all, everybody hunts, and it's going to impede that, along with the safety of the firefighters, which I'm a firefighter and EMT, and we have no way to know what to fight as a firefighter or an EMT. If somebody gets sick from this, what are we going to do? We don't know. Well, we got to play it by ear, so we're hoping with your help we can stop these solar panels. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
My name is David Frotz, 4873 Miller Road, live in Ripley. I am opposed to this South Ripley solar project. I'm a firefighter myself, volunteer firefighter, but the other things that have not been mentioned are the effects on our environment. We are uphill of everything in our neighborhood. We're in the top of our world, and everything goes downhill. The runoff from these solar panels will end up in Lake Erie, French Creek, which is pristine fishing water, just in all bodies of water. And also, I think it's a very bad use of land, considering that most of the land they want to use for this project is agricultural land. And I think that we need land to grow food on so that we can continue to sustain. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name's Julie Rice. I live in South Ripley on Northeast Sherman Road, and I live right in the middle of the proposed solar project. When I was waiting downstairs, a woman asked me, why am I opposed to clean energy? And I'm thinking, I'm not. We have the hydroelectricity already. The solar project that has been proposed by ConnectGen is massive. It would go right through my road and into other towns. And what we've been dealing with as residents lately, I was in my backyard a few weeks ago, and the researchers for the project flew a drone over my head. It stopped, sorry. It stopped, either took pictures or video, and continued on to where the researchers were. There would be the loss of farmland. Once it's converted, you cannot convert it back to farmland, which means permanent loss of food source for all of us. The worst part is the risk to human life. There's the possibility, which no one knows how to stop this, fire, explosion. There are blasting plans. There would have to be evacuation plans. How do you do that? People would have trouble breathing, long-term side effects, and there are many residents that actually have medical issues, including me. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer with just days to live. So my husband did the brave thing and told the surgeon to go find the origin. They did. I had a biopsy later, and I chose the most aggressive treatment possible. I went through 3 years of intense chemo, and when I thought there was no other option, I did a national search and found Dr. Trudy at the Mayo Clinic and asked if I could help him do his research because I wanted to help other people. He said, yes, please come and see me, and I want to help you. So I went last year to the Mayo Clinic. I'm in a study. I'm the first stage 4 pancreatic cancer patient to go through the new protocol, which is going into clinical trials, which means it will be available for other people. So here I am now, and you can imagine what I have gone through, what my family's gone through, what other people deal with in their lives. And here is this massive project being considered that would truly change our lives forever. And I want to ask you, please do not approve this project. Say no to the pilot resolution. And please also know we have 7 pages of signature of opposition for this project. Thank you.
Anyone can hear you?
Okay, my name is Shirley Dunlap. I live in South Ripley, 10171 Northeast Sherman Road. My husband and I have lived in South Ripley, just very close to where the proposed battery storage is, also where they want to put solar panels. From all the research and everything that we have heard and seen, we're pretty scared for our way of life, our hunting. I have horses. My pasture it won't be decimated because I'm not going to have solar panels, but the battery storage area, if it explodes, will definitely affect my life, my animals' lives, all of my neighbors. My husband has been a firefighter. He's now retired, but we certainly have close ties with all of the other firemen. He's now a fire commissioner, so he's very much involved. We just are unhappy that it's come to this, and I know that our way of life will definitely never return if the battery, especially the batteries, are allowed to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
I am Charles Dunlap. I'm the man she just talked about. My concern being, as a 43-year property owner and resident of South Ripley, 39 years in the fire department, please, I appeal to you, do not let solar panels take over our property, and do not allow a battery storage area to become a bomb, a potential bomb in our area. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name's Richard Zunzig, and I'm from South Ripley, and the solar system I don't believe should even be implemented or even go in at all, because the fire department would have no training at all for if it was a catastrophe event. Hospitals, who would take care of all the people that get injured within that, if it happens to have a catastrophe. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please.
I'm Kathleen Thompson. I live on North Road in South Ripley. My house is within less than 2 miles of the proposed site for the battery storage. My husband and I are both firefighters. I have been at several meetings with ConnectGen, sorry, and have asked them how we stop this, and they cannot give us an answer. They just tell us that we have to leave. My thoughts are, if this is not safe, then why is it getting put out where there are people living? Most places that have the battery storages are deserts. We are not a desert. We are a wonderful farming community. We have the biggest aquifer in the area there in South Ripley. It feeds not only our state, but the state of Pennsylvania. So we are hoping that you will help us stop the solar project for South Ripley. Thank you.
Thank you.